Hello, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we're going to talk about how you can get negative buyer feedback removed on Amazon.com. So if you've been selling on Amazon.com long enough, eventually you're going to run into the problem of getting a negative feedback. And if you're selling on Amazon FBA, there are a few reasons that those feedback can be removed and you can keep yourself in good standing with Amazon. In my selling time on Amazon, I generally kept between a 97 at the lowest to a 100% feedback rating, depending on the year, what I was selling, but generally it's about 98 to 100% in most years. So first of all, buyers can remove feedback, but it is at their discretion. So if you get any feedback and it's something about your product or service, I often will not do a quid pro quo with them. I will generally say something like, I see that you had a problem with this item. Can I send a replacement? And then I will send the link. And if you would like to reconsider your feedback, please do that. You cannot say, I'm only going to refund you or I'm only going to send you these things if you remove the feedback. What I generally put it as I'm going to do this for you. Sorry about the problem. And if you reconsider, it would be helpful. Thank you. You don't want to do the quid pro quo. Amazon doesn't want you to do that. They don't want you to say, you are not going to get a refund unless you give me a positive feedback or unless you remove the negative. What they want you to do is give them the option and not do like a quid pro quo situation. So first of all, if a feedback includes obscene language, I've only had this one time. I don't even remember what it exactly said. I just remember it was very upset, cursing and things like that. So Amazon will remove that. They do not want that on their website. Also, the feedback includes seller-specific personal information. So for instance, if you send somebody a package and it has your shipping label address on there, you don't want your shipping address or any information out there like your first name, your last name. Maybe you want to protect that information. So if someone happens to grab that information and says, Tedrick Paulk at this address sent me this and it was in this condition, you might not want your personal information out there. So that's one thing that they will remove. Also, the entire feedback comment is a product review. So sometimes I get a comment, let's say it's on a DVD and the DVD is in perfect condition, but the DVD is a movie that nobody likes. So the person says, this movie sucked. It was boring or something. Then things like that will get removed. And the entire feedback comment is regarding fulfillment or customer service, and the item is fulfilled by Amazon. So if someone says item arrived after Christmas and you are FBA, that's actually one of the better feedbacks you can get because that's always going to get removed. That one is a very easy one to get removed, and sometimes it is automatically removed. Now, let me show you pretty quickly how to go through this and get a feedback removed. Now, once you're on this page, then we go to Selling on Amazon, Customers and Orders, and then we can select an order or input one in here. We hit Next. And sometimes, depending on Amazon, sometimes it will say that you can dispute the feedback. Otherwise, you can go to other customer and order issues. If you do not see it here, you can click on Next and then you can describe whatever the issue is. So for instance, if feedback says that the item was delivered late, then we can put feedback as the contact reason, and then here for the describe your issue, we can put that feedback is related to the FBA service and not your personal service. Keep the order ID there. Then from there, we can either have a callback or an email and hit send. Some of these are going to be automatically approved. Sometimes it takes someone to actually physically look at these, but in most situations, things are going to be approved as long as it is not your fault. Now, if you're sending an item and it has shelfware on it and you're listing it as new, then that means you made a mistake and not Amazon. So generally those aren't going to be removed. But anything that you think might be Amazon's fault or the customer is talking about a product review or one of the other reasons we went over, then you can get those items removed pretty easily. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.